All right, we're live.
Hey everybody, it's Keely reporting to you live from Still with a Kiss. It's Tuesday at noon. You know, we have an update for you. First, we'll kind of, circle back to last week's little episode. I didn't have a lot of product to show you, but we had some huge boxes that came in, and we were going to attempt to put together a new cabinet and make margaritas. And I know as many of you are wondering, I wonder how that went. Well, here it is. It's obviously didn't quite go as planned, and we didn't even fire up large Marge and make margaritas. We never even got to that point. In unpacking all these big boxes, we realized that all the shelves and a bunch of pieces fell out of the box in the big truck, and they delivered it to us. So that's turned into quite a little episode where finally, I think I did 3 rounds with World Market before finally having to ask for a manager. I know my son called me Karen. Apologies to all the Karens out there. That's what the kids say. But sometimes you just have to talk to a manager. Fortunately, Ernest, the manager, and I saw eye to eye. The problem is that they want to pick this up and then bring me a new one. I said, you can't pick this up. They said, we'll have a box. I'm like, it won't fit out the door. We have to take it apart. Now, I didn't want to have to undo what we already did just to get the pieces we missed. So after, like I said, I think I went 3 full rounds. Yeah, I got my way. That's all, don't mess with Keely. So we eventually will get what we need. It's supposedly on its way. The sad thing is that we thought this would be easier than getting in the car driving to Norman and picking one up ourselves. I'm beginning to think we should have just gone to Norman, right, Jeannie? Mm-hmm. I don't know how we would have put it in the car, but...
I don't know either, but...
Don't mess with Keely and Jeannie when they have some. So hopefully, I don't know if we'll have our stuff together by next week or not. It's going to be beautiful, but right now we just had this big elephant in the room in the middle of the classroom. But on the upside, as promised, new fall yarns are here. And thank you to everybody who has been buying up all of our clearance yarn. As you can see, it's slowly almost all out of the classroom. This is all the Mrs. Crosby we have left, and this is all the Mrs. Crosby there ever will be. So if you even sort of kind of think you want some, you better jump on it now because this stuff is flying out fast. Mm-hmm. So we will have all of our classroom back very soon. Late last week, our fall order, some of our fall order from Berroco arrived. So we have some new Berroco yarns to show you, and they are quite beautiful. This first one is called Topaz. This is a new yarn for fall. I'm going to pull a skein up so you can see. It's multicolored. It kind of has a thick and thin, a little bit like of a hand-spunish look. And it's really pretty yarn. We thought we needed that. It's a worsted weight, so there's lots of different things you can do with it. I'll throw them up here and check trade size with you.
Yeah, there we go.
Throw them out. These are really nice. We buy this stuff, and then we're like, oh yeah, what did we order? It's been so long ago. And that is the Topaz. They have a booklet for it here. And there's some really nice designs. There's a couple in particular I really like. Let me find it here. We'll just start at the first. Short crop sweater. That's the new style. Keep in mind, if that's not flattering on you, you can always lengthen it. I think this is really cool. Isn't that pretty?
That is. I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. That'd be interesting to. There's a better close-up of it. That would be fun to make. And another sweater. That's pretty. You can kind of see how the yarn knits when you just kind of roll with it. It's not really stripy. It's just real. I don't know how you describe it. It's beautiful. Now look at that. That could be a shawl or a throw. I think it's really a throw, but isn't that pretty? Another thing that's going to be super interesting to make, but not hard. Nice sweater. Has some modular in it. And then just a fun scarf. With it. So really nice stuff. We like that yarn. One of their best-selling yarns that we have is Sesame. And it's been super popular. And there's new colors. Especially if you like something more bright. I think that one's just a reorder. They're not open. Yeah, this is a reorder. Oh, here's a new color. I like this one. So they've added a little more pep in their colors, and I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah, they're not as muted and subdued. The newer ones are more fun. We need all the fun we can get, right?
That's right.
Yeah, it's 2021. Bring on the fun. That kind of line. I'm a poet, didn't know it. Okay.
There you go.
And another bright color in Sesame. Let's save that box. Project using that. Okay, another yarn that we got. We didn't order this this one last season. I'm not sure why, just because we were probably had bought too much other stuff. But this year we thought, we probably should have bought it. It's called Tiramisu, and it's just really pretty. It's a blend. It has a lot of different fibers in it. That's a pretty yarn. I'll take that out of the bag so
It's really soft too.
It is soft. I think it has some, what is in this stuff? I did the website yesterday. You think I would recall. Wool, some acrylic. That's usually to strengthen it, not to cheapen it, it's to strengthen it. Mohair and silk. That's what keeps it all together so it doesn't just fall apart. Because that's never good either. Sometimes acrylic is our friend. And there we go. Look at all those colors. Those are beautiful. And this is the book for that. And then they have some new patterns that are an ebook this year as well. So this is the pattern book. Has these different patterns, but they have a really pretty crochet shawl. We'll post a link to it on today's blog post for this. That's part of the ebook for this current fall. They didn't do a print book this year. So that's those. Get this box out of the way. Over here are our Lang yarns. Neon. We had this last year, and it's just such a cool, interesting yarn. We decided that we just restock on and keep it going for this fall as well. What's neat about this yarn is it's made from recycled plastic pop bottles. So it's a very, earth-friendly yarn, and it's just really interesting. We love the way that, let me show you. See how it kind of has that halo of color around, and that is so cool. They had some new colors, but they didn't have the halo, and we thought, well, that's kind of defeats the purpose that we love. That's what we love about that yarn, to get that two-color tone. Lang always comes up with cool yarns. It's a Swiss company, and this one is no different. You might remember Splash from a couple springs ago that did the patterning of color. This is a new one called Snowflake, and it's kind of the same idea. It looks like falling snow. The pattern does. Let me find a picture that shows that well. Well, here's the hats. Isn't that cool how it knits?
That is really
The
cool.
yarn does it. There it is in a sweater and a scarf. And this is the pattern book to go with it. Yeah, see, it just makes that pattern automatically. And it's super soft. And we just thought it was a lot of fun. It has, they're supposed to be improving their translations. I think they had an American designer actually do the pattern translations for Lang. That's been one of the complaints we've had. So at least it's its own separate little book where you don't have to fish through 6 different languages. But I think this yarn would be beautiful just in something simple. Hats, like I said, just hats, or it's machine washable. It's super soft. Maybe a blanket for a kid. It doesn't necessarily have to look like winter. It's just a pretty how it makes up. We've got the gray. We've got blue. Got this kind of rosy pink. We just thought, no, that's pretty freaking cool. We need that. We always like something different that you haven't seen before. After being in business, almost 30 years, you kind of get excited when you see something totally new. And other than that, we also got another color, different shipment, but from Juniper Moon of Cumulus Rainbow. That's really pretty. And I think that's all that's come in, at least this week. Of course, who knows what's going to happen. What's going to come in the rest of the week. I've spent most of the day yesterday, Jeannie didn't know this, buying stuff. I bought a bunch of stuff last week. We're going to have, I'm going to make up for the lack of stuff that's been coming in, the last couple weeks, as it's getting ready to all just avalanche on us as we're still trying to get ready for our classes and whatnot. And you might tell, since I sound like a frog, that I came back from Tennessee with an allergy sinus infection. I even went and got tested. Don't worry, I don't have COVID. Then I followed that up with a colonoscopy on Friday. Boy, I've been having a good time, haven't I, Jeannie?
Yeah, you have.
That was not fun. Yeah, they said 10 more years. I said, well, I'll reevaluate then and what my risk. I don't ever want to do that again. That sucked. So I'm trying to get back in action. I'm feeling better at least. At least I don't have COVID. It's just allergies. Thank you, air and wind. I'm looking forward to fall and winter. Aren't you, Jeannie?
Yeah, kind
you
of.
Like this heat?
Well, I don't like it to be really hot, but I'm not a cold person either. I live in the wrong part of the United States.
I think I've been definitely.
Yeah.
I've been watching a Canadian show on TV. I think I'm ready to move to Alberta. And ride horses. No, that's not me.
I only come see you in the summer.
Okay, yeah. I think I could be a winter person all the time. Okay, well, keep dreaming of winter like me with our snowflake yarn. And who knows what I'll have for you next Tuesday. I don't know if we're going to have the cabinet together, but keep your fingers crossed. Until then, bye.